Hey, what's up? Yen here, and I'm back with another review video. And today I'm going to talk about this Soundpeats Space Bluetooth wireless headphone. It is a budget headphone. The retail price for this is $69 and it's available on Soundpeats Amazon site. So if you're interested to find out more, do check out the unaffiliated link in the description below. So in this video, I'm going to share with you guys my user experience with this headphone, some of the specs, the features, and most importantly, my sound impression of this headphone, because this is, well, a headphone and earphone channel. So I focus more on the sound rather than the features. Now, this video will have time chapters, so please feel free to skip to the chapter that you are interested in. Okay, so let's first start off with the accessories, which is not much. It comes with, of course, the user guide, okay, and then you've got the charging cable, which is a USB-C to USB-A charging cable, and a headphone cable. This is a 3.5 to 3.5 headphone cable, and of course the headphone itself. Okay, let's talk about some of the specs of this headphone. This headphone is a Bluetooth headphone. It's got Bluetooth 5.3, which is the latest one, and the codec of this is it can support AAC and SBC, which is not much, right? So it's not really high-res Bluetooth, but of course if you were to connect with the 3.5 headphone jack, then you'll get high-res audio from your source. Obviously depends on what source you are connecting this to. So yeah, in terms of Bluetooth, there's no high-res audio, and the battery life on this is fantastic. This lasts me really long. I've been using this for days, right, without even charging them. I usually go to work, I go to site, I visit customers, I go on conference calls, I commute, and I use the headphone for the past few days now, and I've not been charging this. So on paper, this will last you about 123 hours of usage, and that is with normal mode, right? So they have three types of modes of this. You have your normal mode, noise cancelling mode, and your transparency mode. I have all the modes off, and I'm just on normal mode. And it, by nature, naturally, when this goes over your ear, it naturally cuts off most of the sound anyway. So in a normal mode, this lasts me really long, and to charge this up, it takes about 2 hours. And when I charge it for just a short time, it gives me quite a bit of power, to continue. So I'm never without power on this headphone, so you can rest assured for that. Okay, but there is a 1000 milliamp battery in here. Okay, so let's go through the physical side of this headphone. The cups can swivel, okay, and you can fold as well. You can fold it, okay, and you can pack it up. It doesn't come with a case, a carrying case or anything like that. I wish it did, but this is compact enough. It goes into my bag, and the cups itself is got very nice plastic. I mean, this is made of plastic. It's $69, so don't expect too much. Whole thing is made of plastic, but it's quite sturdy, I would say. The headband itself is plastic except for the extension. So this extension has got a little bit of metal in there. The top of the headphone band has got some kind of foam with PVC leather. It's not real leather, and some fabric on top here. Okay, and the cups itself, right? The cups is actually, you can actually articulate at the same time swivel. So if you want to put this on your neck, you can fold it up like so, and then just hang it around your neck. I've got a very thick neck, so this doesn't really go all the way. Even after I extend the headphone, the headband all the way out, I'm not able to, wrap this around my neck. I've got, very big neck. So yeah, so this is actually, pretty nice. You can actually swivel around. You can lay it flat on the table or on your chest when you hang it around your neck. Now, the ear cups and the ear pads, they are comfortable. Not to the point whereby, it doesn't get any hot spots. It does. When I'm wearing this for about an hour in a hot sunny day, it gets pretty warm. So I do need to take a break from the ear pads after about an hour. You know, it gets a little bit sweaty on this ear pads. Okay, but I mean, in an air-conditioned room, it's quite comfortable. And on the top here, I don't get any hot spots as well. It's quite thin, as you can see. It's not a very broad type of headband, so it doesn't cover the entire top of my head. So it's actually quite okay in terms of hot spots, right? Except for the ear cups, it gets a little bit warm. And in terms of the clamping force, is very, very good. It is not tight at all. I don't feel pressure at the side of my temple, so it's a very comfortable fit for me. I've got a big, well, no, I wouldn't say big head. It's big enough. I'm an adult, so it's quite big. So this does stretch quite a bit, and it's quite flexible as well, and it doesn't have a very strong clamping force. You know, so it doesn't give me any pain when I'm wearing this. The only problem I have with this is the heat. Okay, now let's talk about some of the buttons and the features of this headphone. So on the, one thing I left out was the indication of left and right on the ear cups. So it's very, very big. It's very obvious. You can tell that this is for your left ear and this is for your right ear. So that's very obvious. All right, so let's move on to the buttons and the features, I guess. Now on the right side, you get a power button. So this power button, you can power on and off the headphone, and you've got your volume button as well, and you've got the 3.5 headphone jack on this side. Now on the other, I think, on this side you have the microphone, so you can actually use this as hands-free, yeah. And on this side you have again another microphone, and you have a charging port, which is the USB-C charging port, and this is the ANC button, and this will cycle through the different modes. If you want to have transparency mode, you can just press it, change to transparency mode. If you want to turn on the ANC, just press it again, and if you just want everything off, just press it again. So it just cycles through the modes. And it's quite simple. That's about it for this headphone. There is not much. It's not too complicated, and it's the buttons are actually very well placed, very ergonomic. So when I'm pressing the buttons, I just need to feel the curvature here, and once I feel the curvature, I can feel the buttons, and then I just press it. So very straightforward. Not much of a muscle memory to train. You just need to know the big button and the small button and just press it. Okay, so in terms of the features, very simple, very straightforward, and very easy to use. Now in terms of features, I guess not much features as well. This has got a gaming mode, so you can lower the latency of this headphone. You can use it for gaming. I would say it's all right. It's not the best. The latency is 65, so latency wise it's all right. When I was playing my BeatStar, it was okay. I can feel a little bit of lag when I'm playing those kind of music songs and games, so it's okay. It's not the best. So in terms of making phone calls, the microphone on this is very good. I tried making phone calls on this, and the other party on the other side could hear me very clearly on this headphone. So it's actually one of the better microphones, if you ask me, to be honest. And compared to their earbuds, Soundpeats, they make quite a bit of earbuds. This is actually better in terms of the microphone compared to some of the earbuds they make. All right. Now let's talk about sound, which is the most important aspects of this channel. Now in terms of technical performance, I would say this is average, right? For $69. Honestly, the resolution of this has got a 40mm dynamic driver in here. The resolution of this is average at the most. Okay, I wouldn't say this is a very resolving headphone. And in terms of soundstage, it's all right. It's not too intimate. It's not too wide as well. It's reasonable. And the overall detail retrieved is all right. It's just average. I wouldn't say it's very good or it's very underwhelming. I do pick up some details on certain songs, but compared to some of my Hi-Fi headphones, this it doesn't retrieve much details as compared to them, right? But that's a very unfair comparison because those headphones cost a few $100. This just costs $69. So the overall technical performance of this, I would say, is average. Now, in terms of tone and timbre, this is warm, fun, and some sort of a casual tuning, right? So I would say tone and timbre for this is warm and fun and it's casual. Now, in terms of the overall sound signature, this is some sort of a V-shaped, right? This is a V-shaped, not really close to balanced, but it's a V-shaped tuning. So the bass department is elevated, and also the treble is elevated. Treble, even though I feel that the treble is not as clean, but it's still elevated. I could hear that the treble is quite pronounced. Now the sub bass for this is okay. I would say there's a little bit of distortion when it comes to the lower frequencies, so I can hear a little bit of distortion. But other than that, the sub bass extension is alright. I wouldn't say it's rolled off. It's kind of a little bit rolled off, but it's not very rolled off, but it's fine. You get a lot of texture. That's one thing good. You get a lot of texture from the sub bass itself. The mid bass is also okay. You get that punch, quite punchy, but it's quite, I would say, alright as well. It's not a very impactful punch, okay, but you do feel it, right? It's not a very fast punch as well, so it's alright, but there's quite a bit of texture and warmth for the bass department. Now the mids are recessed, so instruments and vocals alike, they are veiled a little bit by the bass and also the treble, and in terms of clarity, as I mentioned, the details of this is not a very forward and clean and clear presentation for the instruments and vocals as well. But male vocals, I would say, they sound really good on this. They have got that warmth there. They've got that lower frequency support. So they sound quite authoritative and they're quite present as well. As for female vocals, they sound a little bit too unnatural to me. They sound a little bit too bassy to me, but I would prefer to listen to male vocals on this. Now, in terms of the gain or the transition from the mids to the treble, I would say the gain is actually, the peanut gain is actually pretty good, pretty fast, pretty energetic as well. Not too intense. Okay, so the peanut gain is actually alright. I don't feel any harshness in the peanut gain, and overall brightness of this headphone is alright. I wish it was cleaner. It's bright, but maybe it's the technical part of this headphone is not as clean, but I would feel that it's quite airy in terms of the treble as well. The treble roll-off is also pretty alright. It lingers, it gives quite a bit of air. It doesn't have that natural roll-off, but it doesn't also have that very abrupt roll-off. So I would say treble, it sounds alright. Cymbal crashes, hi-hats, they sound quite natural. And female vocals as well. But I would say overall, this is a very typical V-shaped tuned headphone. Now, to conclude, this headphone is actually for budget users, and if you listen to pop songs, those most of the general genre of music, then you will enjoy this headphone. At the same time, of course, if you are mostly outdoors and you make a lot of phone calls on this headphone, and you like listening to your music, and with a lot of bass, right? If you like bass, at the same time, you want something that's more fun and casual, this is actually a very suitable headphone for that. So for audiophiles like me, well, I would choose something that is more balanced in terms of the sound. I would enjoy this when I'm outdoors, when I'm using it for other activities like making phone calls, going on to meetings. This is an all-rounder, I would say. It's not just for listening music. If I just want a headphone solely for listening to music, then obviously I wouldn't choose this. But if I want an all-rounder with a budget price point, then this is actually a pretty good choice for that option. And to be honest, this headphone, comparing to some of the earbuds that Soundpeats has made in terms of tuning, this is one of the better tunings that Soundpeats have made. And to conclude, $69 US. I think for that price point, you're getting quite a bit of features, quite a bit of the overall sound package that you get. Is not the best sounding, of course, but again, it's not the worst. All right, so it sounds fun, it sounds casual, it's got a good sound, but it's not suitable for everyone. But then again, if you are just a casual listener and if you're on a budget, this may be the headphone that you might want to go for. Alright, so that is my review for this Soundpeats Space. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and also please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. My name's Ian, thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great day ahead, and I'll see you again in my next video. Cheers!